Hello there, and welcome to my boring vlog. My name is Bethany, and almost 2 years ago, my man, our daughter, and myself left our comfortable and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee, fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, risking our future. In the race against old age, we purchased 7 unseen acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, an ATV, and hauled them to our new land. We knew for sure that our life was about to make a drastic change, but what we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we'd ever seen. We took a chance and it was worth it. Join us as we navigate through our new RV lifestyle, new climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting, and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family. Well, good morning, my friends. It's about 4:30 a.m. and I, of course, can't sleep because we are going on a little road trip today. We're leaving about noon, and I have a small checklist of things to do before we go. So, of course, that has kept me up all night, that little list. It's always nerve-wracking to leave the trailer. I'm feeling like a little bit of a bittersweet time. Like, it's always nice to get away, but I'm nervous to leave. I'm trying to just not worry and enjoy this next 2 days with my family because it has been such a long winter around here, and we deserve this little getaway. Obviously, I'm exaggerating when I say that it has been 1 million days since we have seen some sunshine and any forms of hints of spring. It does feel like this winter will never end. I mean, we all know it eventually does end and spring does come, but for us, it's just been non-stop snow, clouds, gray. And as gorgeous as it is, as much as I love winter, I am so ready to feel some warmth. Then, all of a sudden, in true Mother Nature form, she gives us a little smidgen of hope. Could we perhaps be at the beginning of the end of winter? Bless her heart, giving us this boost that we so desperately needed. It certainly energized me to get some errands done and the rest of the chores all finished before we left for our road trip. And not only were we blessed with this amazingly beautiful sunny day and clear skies, but there was also a beautiful night sky for us, and I had not seen that many stars since New Year's Eve. It was so refreshing. So we're back to the morning of our road trip, and there's only one thing left to do before we leave. Get some food. We're keeping it really simple, just bacon and eggs, toast, hot dogs and hamburgers, and a few bags of chips. And then next thing you know, we were saying goodbye to our property for a couple of nights. It's a sad time. I don't know why I get so sad when I have to leave our land. What a very cute little experience I was not expecting on this little road trip. The Englishtown ferry runs 24 hours a day on demand every day of the year, all year round, except for really dangerous, I guess, icy conditions. But it was just such a lovely little treat, and it's only like a 2-minute ride. And next thing you know, we're making our way to the Atlantic Ocean side. It was so beautiful. I was actually very, very impressed with the scenery.
Should be right there.
It took only 1.5 hours and we arrived at our cute little cottage. I quickly ran in there so that I could get some footage for you before our teenage daughter and her friend barrel in with all their things. Plus, we wanted to bring in our food and that, so I quickly walked through and thought, oh, how lovely, amenities and real beds. We settled in a jiffy, and I right away made some coffee, and we just kind of relaxed for an hour. And then Manfred and I took a little drive up to Cape Smoky, which is the ski resort that we had planned to go the following day. It's actually closed on Tuesdays, so we thought we'd come up on Tuesday and then have a full day of skiing on Wednesday. Actually, I'm not going skiing. My daughter, her friend, and my man friend are going to go, and I'm just going to stay back with Tia because she's not allowed to be left unattended at the cottage, and I certainly wouldn't like her sitting in the truck all day. So my goal is to just have some bubble baths, drink a lot of coffee, and Tia and I will take many hikes. We always find places to walk wherever we go. So it was a good deal made by Manfred and I, and it was a nice little drive that we took. It's only like 7 minutes from our cottage. But can you believe we woke up on Wednesday to a full-on downpour with rain in the forecast for the whole day? Manfred called the ski resort, and sadly they had to cancel any lessons that were booked for the day. The girls had never been skiing or snowboarding before and had planned on some lessons before hitting any slopes, so Manfred asked them, do you want to go anyway and attempt skiing and snowboarding in the rain, or do you want to go to the city and hit the mall for some shopping? And what do you think two teenage girls chose to do? That's right, of course, shopping and McDonald's. I would have gone also, but it's a tight squeeze and a long day for Tia in the truck, so my plan to stay back with our dog remained the same, and I soaked up the peaceful day without any agendas. When Manfred and the girls returned, he asked if I wanted to go over to Cape Smoky to see about a refund for the discounted adult ticket he prepaid through our cottage rental. And would you believe they allowed us to exchange his ticket for the two of us to ride the gondola? What a surprise and what a treat, and the girls weren't even upset that we did it without them. They were enjoying alone time together at the cottage.
Any direction now would help. Let me give you a piece of advice, she said. Larger ain't bolder, and wiser ain't older. Just the nightingale sings, you should spread your wings. Take off and start anew. What if I don't want to? But larger ain't bolder, and wiser ain't older. Just hold on to what you believe in, 'cause everything changes and so must we. Just stay true to what you believe in, to what you believe. 'Cause larger ain't bolder, and wiser ain't older. Just hold on to what you believe in, to what you believe in.
Get ready for the brakes. That was fun.
We cruised around a little afterwards to the nearest little village called Ingonish Beach, which was only a few minutes away, and what a beautiful area it was. I'm so glad I went with him for this little time together. We all relaxed at the cottage that evening, and of course, we all had nice hot baths and a home-cooked meal that I prepared. And the next morning, like clockwork, I was awake very early. I made coffee and packed up our things for home. The winds were picking up and the hydro had flickered through the night several times. I was watching a storm rolling towards our island, so I made sure we hit the road for home before noon. The difference between this morning and any other morning at our homestead was the luxury of enjoying my coffee without chores to do. I curled up on the couch and relaxed with Tia until everyone woke up. Then we headed back to our side of the island, but not before a quick stop for Tim Hortons breakfast. It was a treat, this little road trip, despite plans being kiboshed by rain. Everyone had a really good time, and we look forward to making this excursion an annual tradition. So, we will see you next winter, Cape Smoky.
Look at that.
It was an absolute beauty drive and a day full of sun again, and we noticed that while the Atlantic side of the island got all that rain, the Gulf side received snow. Of course. Before we even took our bags out of the truck, Manfred and I right away started our chores. Another weather system coming, bringing lace wet winds, 50 millimeters of rain, and warmth, so we had many things we wanted to get done. First thing, we quickly ran the plow and shoveled, which took a whole 15 minutes. And while our wood stove was cold, we did a full-on chimney sweep and stove cleanup. Our wood stove has not stopped burning since December, and surprisingly, it was in really good shape. I was splitting some kindling when I realized, yikes, we may run out of firewood. We ordered 4 cords for the winter, not knowing what we would need, and we noticed we were getting low around mid-January, so we decided to get another 2 cords ordered, but it had not yet arrived. Our good friend and neighbor who lives here part-time graciously allowed us to borrow some of his to get us by, which we were so thankful for. The only way to get to his place was with our snow machine, so we MacGyvered up a little sled to pull, and we were able to get a few loads. So needless to say, it's official. We burn 6 cords of wood a year, and you can bet we already have that on order for delivery this spring for next winter. Now we just hope that our 2 cords arrive to get us through the rest of this winter. In the meantime, it did feel good to get the stove all cleaned up. The professional weather people were saying to get our homesteads cleared away of any snow for the up-and-coming rain and melt, so I kept up around the entranceways and walkways to make sure that the rain had a place to drain. Welcome March, welcome early spring melt, and welcome ice. We got the rain they were calling for, but also we got our firewood. Hooray! I woke up after the rain day with a pep in my step. The sun was so big and bright and warm, and I knew I was going to be stacking wood all day. Aside from snow removal, wood day is one of my favorite days. I know, I am weird. Manfriend got busy filling our water, and I got busy denting our pile of wood. We decided to put a load in the truck bed to replace what we took from our friend, and the rest went into our shop with a little overflow stack out back. I told Manfriend I was not breaking for lunch until this entire pile was stacked. thank you all for stopping in to enjoy today's boring Bethany video. Next week we get back to some sort of normal, I hope. After many weeks of storms and work cancellations, it feels good to just get back into the swing of things. I'm looking forward to watching all this white stuff disappear, hanging clothes on the line to dry, and ditching the winter boots for another year. How about you? I'll see you next week, my friends. Ciao for now.